You join us as we are having yet another sort out. We love sort outs.
We're getting somewhere this time.
We're getting closer and closer to a place where everything will have a place. Does that make sense? We're getting rid of stuff, working things out. And in the meantime, Kelly's come up with an absolute master plan and an idea. After years of moving these teddies around, the girls were told that for every 10 teddies they got rid of, they would get £1. Who knew that money incentivised? Not me.
Hi, Mommy. I'm keeping my mandrake. I made him. I'm keeping Mermaid 233. And finally, Sharky.
Darcy's just made 50. 50 teddies.
50.
She did quite a bit of crafty counting, to be honest. She counted faster than she put teddies into the basket.
£5, Darcy, well done.
She was consistently doing it, so I just let it go.
Put all the ones you're keeping back in the basket then. We could just sell them. We could sell them on Marketplace, just like a big bag of teddies. Let's do that.
We did sell them, and the girls made £50 between them.
You happy?
I'm happy for another child.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
And then I've got another couple of boxes here we've nearly sorted out. Some of them are going to get turned into bags instead, sewing stuff, and get under the floor stored. And then there's loads of old sheet music books, which I want to ideally eventually scan up as PDF, so I've got them for access for like my teaching. And we're just about there, which is wicked. There's a violin here. Didn't know we had a violin. So maybe we'll just take that to the ceiling somewhere on the boat, because it's always good to have a violin just in case. But apart from that, we're nearly there, which is cool. Kelly's left out big piles of books and toys. And she's left today, Osprey King said, can you sort out some storage for them? So, not right now, Kel, to be honest, no, because this place is too full. That is something I can do. That wardrobe is full of my clothes, because my wardrobe in the aft cabin leaks. So that I could sort out.
We live in such a fast-paced society. People expect instant results, instant gratification. We are flooded on social media with promises that if you sign up to this course or buy this ebook, you'll be living your dream life in just 30 days. The fact that we are 2 years into this project and it still looks like a building site doesn't really fit with this model of thinking. But if you look at anyone who is genuinely successful, they have worked hard to get that success, and it's taken time. Anyone living the dream has also lived through the struggle. They didn't quit when things got tough. They were consistent. And consistency is the only way to get things done. When we took on this boat project, we knew it would be a lot of work. Well, Hugh did. I got caught up in the moment and blinded by optimism. But here we are, 2 years in, and this is still a real labour of love. And it is a love, although we do sometimes hate it. But there's nothing more enjoyable than seeing our progress. And this is the main purpose of these videos, to show ourselves how far we've come and to motivate ourselves to continue. There's no quick fix, no magic wand. It's all about putting in effort. You get out what you put in. We still have a huge list of jobs to get us to the stage where we can mark this project complete. But in order for dreams to be made, you have to keep on going, even when it seems impossible. The only way to make our to-do list shorter is to tick off things one at a time. And not to get disheartened when new things are added to the list. But to have faith that as long as we keep on ticking things off one day at a time, we will get to a place where there's not much left to tick off, and we can just enjoy what we've worked so hard to create. This week has been all about ticking things off the list.
We've still got quite a few leaks on the boat. I say quite a few, I think 3. 3? Anyway, one of them is the main problem, is this hatch garage here. Got the hatch that slides and the bit that's outside leaks.
Mum, look. There's also one. I did it.
This is a bit of unusual repurposing, but this thing has been up in the cockpit for the last few days, as it's going to go to the charity shop or most likely to scrap. It was given to us a few years ago and it's just giant. It's been quite cool. But anyway, I had a bit of a thought. It could be, it's going to look a bit funny, but it's a free way to solve the problem for now. Definitely looks odd, but it might solve the problem, or if it doesn't, it'll help me know what the problem is. This is a ridiculous solution. I'm not convinced it's going to work. I don't know where the leak's coming from. It's got to be somewhere on that surface that some water's being let in. The only other option is somewhere around here. So we shall see. Apart from that sliding hatch, there's a couple of other places I know on the boat that leak. Here, for the starboard water filler cap, there's a natural hole, like I drilled a pilot hole through the boat. So it's not surprised that that leaks, and I know about that one. Next, I know there is some water ingress around the anchor winch. I think most of that comes through the hole where the chain goes through, and I've got a cover for this, so I just need to find the cover, and that should solve that. That fitting also leaks, which is why there's no clothes in my cupboard, my wardrobe. Anyway, that's fixable. I know why that leaks as well. It's because the block of wood's got holes in it. I think that's the only other leaks. And then the new one, the ones I've got to work out now, is we've just put in 16 bolts for the solar arch last week, and there's definitely a bit of water coming in. I was getting Kelly up here. Her job is going to be to spray the fittings. My job's going to be to go inside to see if they leak. Okay. Yeah, it seems watertight.
Okay, next one, back one.
One at the back corner, yeah. Well, I don't know where it's leaking yet, but it is leaking. Unfortunately, it's worse than I realised, and that's going to go some way to explaining why it smelt a bit damp in here when we came back from a weekend away. That's pretty much how I sum that up. Anyway, everything's solvable, just got to solve it, right?
And so the list got longer.
Your bedroom door is falling off your hinges.
That is also a job I've got to sort out. Our bedroom door's fallen off. This evening, I am feeling a little bit more positive. It may be because I've just eaten about 8 homemade cookies, but also Kelly's been an absolute stalwart, is that right, the word? A very good person, and really pushed on with the cleaning and the tidying and making me just do lots of trips to the car with stuff and things like that. Anyway, it's pretty cool, let me show you. But I can imagine life now. Like, I can remember how this is all supposed to be. It's going to be a big shower here and a toilet and a sink, you know, classic bathroom stuff. And I'm really looking forward to, I think I'm going to glass fiber all that in, make a really nice thing with a glass, that's going to be great, or, you know, Perspex or something. And then this room is all nearly clear. And again, I was just sat in here a few minutes ago and actually starting to imagine the stuff I really enjoy, the fit out stuff, like how I'm going to make a cool door, some nice beautiful surrounds for the hatches, and yeah, things that are going to be really nice, beautiful features, and all the hardwood trim and neat stuff I want to put in, which is going to be stuff that makes the boat just go ping and make it feel really beautiful and lovely, and just a great place to live and a really nice boat. But I can sort of see how in a few years time this boat could be a bit like the Dutch barge, which is like ridiculous. The Dutch barge, I'm really proud of that, and it was like our video is just absurd. It's like hundreds of thousands of views, so clearly we did something right in the way we built that. And I can see how Esperance will get there as well, and in a few years time she's going to look amazing. Just got to keep her head down and keep going, which is quite cool. Anyway, it's chilly, first proper cold snaps coming now, beginning of December. So tomorrow I'm going to get my head down and see if I can recommission the heating. Esperance does have a diesel heater on board. For the sake of a few pipes and a few fittings, we could have a nice, comfy, warm boat, which would be great. To myself a very simple plumbing diagram. All you plumbers out there will fully understand what's going on. There you go. There's 2 radiators off that T. New radiator here, one I'm going to get now. And the hot water heater, 22mm pipe, 15mm pipe. 50. Good news is, I appear to have held on to most of the fittings I need, which is good. Because like, those bits there, I don't know, probably like a £5. So the only thing I need now is the fluid, which is the coolant, the other radiator, which I'm hoping I can pick up from Andy, and some piping, which shouldn't be too expensive, and it may well be there's some left over with Andy as well. So I'm going to head over to Hayling now and see him, it'd be lovely, and hopefully get the rest of the piping I need, which would be great. So I've just been at Hayling to see Andy, which was lovely. It's really great seeing him. He had a big cheerful smile on his face, and he's telling me about all his projects he's got on. I found a very old radiator that was on Esperance, but it's just so rusty, and I mean I could sit there and clean it up and paint it up, but I've just been screw fix and they're on offer, so I've just thrown a radiator in the basket as well. So yeah, I've had to spend 100 quid on bits and pieces, but I think that's everything I need. I'll be able to get the heating hopefully reinstalled. Kelly's away gigging, so I'll do that with the kids. This car is so ridiculously full of stuff. I've had to actually cable tie the pipes I've just bought to the roof. So as well as buying all the plumbing stuff, I also bought some cable ties. But you can never have enough cable ties on a boat, right? So yeah, this radiator's not worth saving. And on the way home, I've just passed a metal processing plant. So just left it with the guy at the gate there. So at least it's gone to a good home. Right, which of you kids wants to help Daddy put the radiator on the wall? I've got my building assistant, Tilly, and I are are going to put a radiator on the wall because she was the first one to answer the call. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's do
Where
it.
are we going to put it?
Let's go and have a look, shall we? Underneath the towels. Yeah, basically, just there. That's it. That's the plan. Now this here is going to hang like that, yeah? You have to put that over. Right, so Tilly's just found our centre line, haven't you?
Yeah.
She's drawn on the centre line between that wall and the door. And then you've told me how wide is it?
It's 36.
36 centimetres. So this, and we measure 36 divided by 2 is 18. Okay, go for it. Okay, mark that up for me. Okay, and let's do another one from up here as well.
Wait, I don't need to.
Yeah, spot on, good eyes. Okay, and then the last 18 now, just here.
The kids love helping, and who knows where this will lead. Maybe she'll grow up to build her own boats one day. We like to include the kids in the build, as they are also part of this adventure. And whilst it might make things a bit slower with their help, we all grow and enjoy the process together.
Washes and screws.
Screws. And we're drilling it out beforehand, so they've got a hole to go in, and you've marked it where the holes go, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, let's give it a go. Okay, so we're going to set it to a nice slow speed. I'm going to help you take the weight of it. Okay, put it onto the hole, and go. That's it, that's all it needed. And pull it back. Okay, and then can we do the same for me on this one? It's quite important that we keep it square. So you don't go in like that, or like that. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So you need to make sure it's absolutely square. Okay, ready? Go for it. Okay, so that, you see that wasn't quite square. And what's happened to the top of the screw?
It's gone.
It's got a little bit glue. I think we can still save that 1 minute. I'll show you, okay? What's Daddy done wrong?
You just put it upside down.
How can you tell?
Because that is meant to be up.
That bit here is supposed to be the way up, isn't it? Otherwise the radiator's just going to fall off and hit the floor. Tilly's about to start her 8th one, and she's become a real pro. She just said, she did the last one, nailed it, and I said, oh, I should have filmed that. And she said, I've still got one more.
No.
What can go wrong?
Yes.
We've hung a radiator, well done team. Thumbs up everyone.
Tick, tick, tick. Join us next week for plumbing.